Christianity celebration in Nagaland commences on Tuesday at Impur Centennial Hall. Our Baptist Arogo Mundang is celebrating the occasion under the theme Sungremdang Sensu Wangshi Galatians 1/5, which means all glory to God. In view of President Draupadi Murmu's two-day Nagaland visit, police beefs up security across the state, including Dimapur Airport. Gates on both the dates, with President arriving in Kohima on Wednesday. Kohima police issues traffic advisory for vehicles as a security arrangement. Once again, Nltv exposes deplorable road conditions of the state's business hub Dimapur, making life of denizens miserable. While visiting industry colony, dilapidated road filled with cracks and potholes comes to light, raising concerns for commuters. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu says interstate border dispute between Assam and Arunachal Pradesh likely to be resolved once and for all by the end of November. Statement comes as both states hold ministerial level talks to discuss the long pending issue recently. After the tragic bridge collapse claimed 141 lives on Sunday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday visits the incident site in Gujarat's Morbi. US President Joe Biden also extends condolences to the bereaved families of the people who lost their lives. Welcome to Nagaland TV. You're watching English Primetime News. I am Yashira, and now the news in detail. The much-awaited 150 years of Christianity celebration in Nagaland commenced on Tuesday at Impur Centennial Hall. Notably, our Baptist Arogo Mundang is celebrating the occasion under the theme Strungrengdam Setsu Wangshi Galatians 1/5, which means all glory to God, with an aim to seek blessings from God. People from all walks of life is attending the celebration, which will conclude on November 3. Furthermore, Reverend Watson, Raja Ratnam, Reverend Professor Dr. Limatula Longkumar, Reverend Jim Bell and Abam Impur Executive Secretary, Reverend Professor Dr. Mar Ponginer graces the event as speakers. In view of President Murmu's visit to Kohima on November 2 to 3, Kohima police on Monday issued a traffic advisory wherein it issued all the commuters to not park their vehicles from First Assam Rifles helipad to Raj Bhavan via LCS building, Fulbari, TCP Gate, Classic Island, while from Raj Bhavan to State Banquet Hall on November 2 from 9 am onwards. Notably, only vehicles having Z category car pass will be allowed parking inside the Capital Cultural Hall complex. Meanwhile, vehicles having Y category car pass will be allowed for dropping only at Capital Cultural Hall, and this category of vehicles will be able to park their vehicles at the multi-purpose parking lot at the Old Medical Directorate. Furthermore, parking for invitees participants to the civic reception at Capital Cultural Hall will be allowed at the multi-purpose parking lot at Old Medical Directorate, and roadside parking from 1:30 pm to 4:30 pm. Meanwhile, no entry for heavy vehicles within Kohima town will be enforced from 7 am till 9 pm. While on the 3rd November, no parking will be enforced from Raj Bhavan to First Assam Rifles helipad via Classic Island, TCP Gate, Fulbari, Y Junction, Indian Post Office, DC Office to First AR Camp from 7 am till the departure of the VVIPs. Visit to the state on November 2 and 3. The Dimapur police also issued an information that there will be security checking of all passengers and vehicles at Dimapur Airport Gate on both the dates. In this connection, all the travellers, as well as those responsible for dropping and picking up passengers, have been advised to carry both hard and soft copies of the plane tickets to avoid any inconveniences during the security checkings. Despite being the commercial hub of Nagaland, Dimapur is known for its deplorable roads. On many occasions, Nagaland TV has brought the facts to fore about the dilapidated road conditions of the business hub. Today also, Nltv will expose pathetic road condition of such an area of the town. On Tuesday, Nltv visited Industry Colony and the visuals clearly exposes the pity road conditions of the area. It is clearly visible that the roads are filled with potholes, marks of cracks appearing here and there. While speaking to Nltv, some of the local residents expressed their grievances over the situation. They further added that the situation becomes worse during the rainy season as all the potholes on the road gets filled with rain water and leads to vulnerable diseases. Another shopkeeper claimed that huge potholes results in flood, due to which business gets affected as customers are unable to visit nearby shops and markets. Meanwhile, a local auto driver requested the government to repair the road so that life would become a lot easier. The frequent flood and drainage blockage hampers students also as it delays all the students living in the area to reach classes in time, and the situation gets worsening during examinations.
When it is rainy and at the same time when it is sunny, because we face problems of dust when it is sunny, and when it is rainy we face problems such as water logs coming down and water drains like that. So sometimes conditions even flood occurs, so we as a student face a lot of problem like that. And the main problem that we face due to road condition is the timing. Particularly for us, everything happens on time for students, so we are not able to reach our colleges on time when the road condition is bad like this. So that is a
ini rasta biyo hoba tas tu hote ahe dege konda di ini sapa kuri lai mogambi aro mogambi kumba time to ini tuk pai aro ina rasta thaka time to pani ger time de garbage kan भी पिशी आने की ना रखी थी इनका ऐसे मौसम
हाँ बनाना चाहिए तो नागालैंड गवर्नमेंट के ना रास्ता बनाना चाहिए। बेसी दिकदार होता है तो पानी गिरने टाइम में, और ऐसे भी दिकदार होता है जब गाड़ी बार बार ख़राब होता है और खर्च बहुत गिरता है, पैसेंजर की भी दिक्कत होता है, हम लोग का बहुत दिक्कत होता है। अब पैसा भाड़ा भी उतना ही सेम है।
मखान ऑटो ड्राइवर खान बेसी दुख पाए दरावले जा करने पैसेंजर ले गाड़ी जाओ ना पारे पुलाव ना पारे इतो बड़ा मरम बड़ा गवर्नमेंट बड़ा साइड ले बाल बने की इतो हमें रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा है।
when it is rainy and it is
Rising People's Party via a letter on Monday welcomed President Murmu to the state as the president is set to visit the state on Nagaland on November 2. President Murmu is going to be in the state in between November 2 and 3 to attend a number of events and a civic reception by the state government in Kohima. Meanwhile, President's visit will be coinciding with the state's celebration of 150 years of Christianity, upon which RPP sought an explanation from the state government. RPP in their letter urged the President to travel by road from Dimapur Airport to Kohima instead of helicopter in order to experience the extreme road conditions of the roads in the state. RPP further stated that Nagaland is in peace and harmony since the last 25 years, as Union Home Minister Amit Shah has lifted Armed Forces Special Powers Act from 15 police station areas in 7 districts of Nagaland. The newly built police station at Sovima will be inaugurated on November 5. Dimapur Police on Monday, through a notification, informed that the inauguration program of the police station will be held at Sovima village in Chumukadima. Notably, Chief Minister Nefurio will inaugurate the station in presence of Deputy Chief Minister Y. Peton. Nokla Government Higher Secondary School on Tuesday kicked off their annual sports week at public ground with Superintendent of Police of Nokla, Preetpat Kaul, as the special guest. While addressing the gathering, Kaur stated that discipline is one of the most important things in sports and that participation is more important than winning. Meanwhile, she also said that Nokla has more potential in the sports field, citing the example of Nokla's achievement during the recently concluded Nagaland Olympic and Paralympic Games 2022. It may be noted that during the event, Kaur donated boxing kit and a chessboard to the school. Following the demand of Surangkong Kakachir Mundang to post adequate number of teachers in all government schools in Surangkong, our students' conference on Monday extended the support to TKM and urged the concerned authorities to address the issue immediately. While visiting Surangkong on Monday, AKM informed that the villagers were hiring private teachers to teach in government schools due to shortage of subject teacher and added that the number of teachers were fewer than the number of classrooms. In order to fulfill the need of students, AKM demanded that government should provide adequate teachers and informed the authorities that agitation will continue and all schools EBRC in Surangkong will remain closed unless TKM's demands were met. AKM also informed that the concerned department does not communicate with the aggrieved party to listen to their grievances. Business Association of Nagas is organizing the National Innovative, Integrate and Expand Trade Fair 2022 for a cost of Rs 25 lakhs from 3 to November 5 at Agri Expo. Dimapur Business Association of Nagas will be organizing the National Trade Fair with the support of Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India and in collaboration with the state government. BAN mainly aims to promote women entrepreneurs in the trade fair, which will include food stalls, entertainment and many more. BAN stated that entrepreneurs from Northeast have unique and hidden talents which can be exhibited through the trade fair to the mass audience. So a collective decision was taken to organize the trade fair. The trade will have 4 business sessions in 2 days and will cover the finances of business. Furthermore, 7 to 8 automobile companies will be coming to exhibit their products, which will be sponsored by the SBI, and the founder of Agri Tourism will be the speaker. Meanwhile, the trade fair is also going to give an opportunity for the future artists to perform live, and an open stage is set for musicians, artists and models.
This is second such initiative under the banner of Business Association of Nagas. This year's event, NIIE, National Innovate, Integrate and Expand. This is an event supported and sponsored by Ministry of MSME, Government of India, in collaboration with Government of Nagaland. We have more than 130 exhibitors who would be exhibiting with us during the event. And our main focus was also to promote the women entrepreneurs. So roughly about 30% of the exhibitors and participants would be the women entrepreneurs.
We had also noticed that there are very dedicated, very hardworking entrepreneurs from Nagaland. They have very good products which are unseen, which are untapped, and which are, unrecognized. So I think, other than the business awareness programs that we had been doing around across the state, we decided that, I think we should have a national trade fair in Dimapur, whereby we can showcase especially the products of what our young entrepreneurs have been doing.
This is second such initiative under the banner of Business Association of Nagas.
The Highway Area Sumi Sports Association on Monday kicked off its 10th Union of Sports meet at Unity Village in Dimapur with Commissioner and Secretary of the Department of Tourism, Aikito Jimomi, as the special guest. Jimomi, while addressing the gathering, stressed that dedication and discipline are the two things to attain higher goals in life. Furthermore, he also urged the youths to put more efforts in whatever they do, citing Naga youths have the potential to achieve the best. Meanwhile, he also gave his words to promote youths in the field of sports under Sumi Highway area as requested by Sumi community under Unity Village. It is to be mentioned that the first men's football match was played between Unity Village versus Difupar, in which Unity Village won by 1 goal, while women volleyball match was played between Chekie A versus Chekie B.
In just wasting our resources. But look at Manipur, they said. Manipur has so many national games winners. Manipur has so many Olympians, Asian game winners. So I'm not trying to discourage us, but what I'm saying, it's like the proverbial chicken and egg story. You know, will we first get the infrastructure and then produce champions? Or will we first produce champions in some form or the other, and then get the infrastructure? The other states have all done the second way. They have first produced some form or the other, they have produced champions. And then because they were doing well, they were producing results, they were given more. Dedication means whatever you are doing, you have to be fully focused. Bible, just like the Bible says, it's very difficult to enter in the narrow gate. Just like that, it's very difficult to be dedicated. But whatever you're doing, you have to be dedicated. You have to eat, sleep, drink after your aim in life, whatever you are trying to do. The other D is discipline.
2-day block level training on use of teachers' learning materials for early childhood care and education and fundamental literacy and numeracy for educational block. Resource Center Lisimya Khel Block Kohima commenced at Directorate of School Education's Morung Hall on Monday. Total 140 teachers from 35 primary schools under EBRC L Khel Kohima attended the training. The training has been conducted under Samagra Shiksha Nagaland, which will conclude on Tuesday. While addressing the trainees, Joint Secretary and Deputy Project Director of Nectar Avelu, Ruho, opined that teachers are nation builders because every citizen comes through a classroom and teachers play a major role in molding them. EBRC L Khel Block Coordinator and Nectar Project Coordinator Visato Koso informed that training program has been conducted in order to implement the new National Education Policy 2022 from the next academic session. With focus on utilizing the unexplored natural resources of the northeastern region, the Union Ministry of Mines organized first Northeast Geological and Mining Ministers Conclave in Chimukadima's Nayatha Resort on Monday. During the conclave, Union Minister of Mines Prahlad Joshi announced that an amount of Rs 5 crore will be sanctioned by the ministry to each 8 states of Northeast region as advance, and further fund will be allocated on the basis of performances. Speaking at the conclave, Joshi said that the development of the Northeast region has always been the top priority for the Prime Minister, and Northeast region is the focus point under the Act India policy. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Nafurio said that the amendment of relevant state rules made in line with Article 371 should be considered to provide for a new auction regime. CM Rio also cited various reasons regarding the situation of underdevelopment in the state and appealed for centre's assistance.
The request come from the northeastern region, that has to be attended on top priority, and the decision has to be taken in the most expedite manner. As a part of Act East policy, government under Modi ji has taken significant steps to develop the northeastern India at par with the rest of the country. Since 2014, the difficulties in the northeast are reducing and the development is taking place. Budget allocation for the development of northeast region has doubled in the last 7 years. The previous regime, it was cumulatively around 36,108 crores in previous regime government of 10 years, and in 7 years we have allocated 76,040 crores. From 14 to 22, it is 76,040 crores. In fact, this year's budget, Prime Minister's Development Initiative of the Northeast PM Divine scheme was announced. The scheme will fund the infrastructure of the Northeast, functioning in Northeast. Now 15 airports are functional. A total 4,600 kilometers. The first Janashatabdi Express train connecting the Manipur and Tripura via Assam was started this year. 14 new railway line projects are ongoing that have taken up at the cost of 57,000 crores. Under the Pilgrimage Regeneration and Spiritual Heritage Augmentation Drive, Prashad, the scheme development of Kamakhya Devi Temple, 30 crores has been allocated. Pilgrimage and Felicitation, Nagaland, 25 crores. Meghalaya, 29 crores has already been sanctioned. Even the coal and
Benrailui Nakma Kohima celebrate 49th Lang Simni festival at Highland Park in Marima on Monday. While addressing the public, Dr. Ilang acknowledged the vision of the pioneering elder members for forming Benrailui Nekwa Kohima in 1973 to bring the community together. Dr. Ilang encouraged the Benrio community to achieve greater heights not just spiritually but also educationally and socially. Ilang also urged the younger generation to not focus on government jobs but also venture out on private sectors, hospitality, farming, skill development. The HSLC and HSSLC students were also felicitated, and a cultural dance was also presented by Benrio Students Union Kohima during the program. It may be mentioned that the Benrio Baptist Church will be celebrating Kwaski's centenary from December 17 to 18 on the theme From Blessing to Glory. A ministerial level meeting between the Assam and Arunachal Pradesh government was held in Itanagar on Monday to discuss the long-pending border issue between both the neighboring states. During the meeting, Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu has said that the interstate border dispute between Assam and Arunachal Pradesh could be resolved once and for all by the end of November. Along with Pema Khandu, his cabinet colleagues and Assam Agriculture Minister Atul Bora, Assam Ministers Keshav Mahanta, Jayanta Malla Borwa, Bimal Bora, Sanjay Kishan were also present in the meeting. Khandu further informed that one more meeting is going to be held with Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma for a final agreement and permanent solution. Earlier, 12 regional committees were formed to jointly inspect the disputed areas between two states after the signing of Namsai Declaration. Notably, feedback received by these committees after the joint field visits were mainly discussed on Monday's meeting. After the violent rally in Shillong that left many innocent people injured on 28 October, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has warned that government would take stern action against those involved in the violence during the rally. Meghalaya CM Sangma on Monday held a meeting with senior police and district administration officials of East Khasi Hills district to review the law and order situation of the district. During the meeting, Sangma has informed that police are already instructed to take necessary actions in connection with the October 28 rally. Sangma further informed that one person has been arrested and a large number of people have been identified in connection with the rally who were the main troublemakers and attacked innocent people. The rally was organized by the Federation of Khasi Jaintia and Garo people against unemployment in Meghalaya. The Naga Students Federation on Tuesday reiterated its support to Nagaland government pertaining the superannuation age issued raised by Nagaland In-Service Doctors Association. The student body issued a statement on Tuesday wherein it stated that the body wants state government to maintain its status quo in regards to superannuation age of medical doctors and all other services. NSF reminded that the resolution was taken unanimously during second emergency presidential council meeting held at Oking on September 21. NSF went on to say that NIDA's demands are not justified as state government in a cabinet meeting of April 21 decided to enhance superannuation age of doctors including Ayush and dental from 60 to 62 years through re-employment as a consultant, senior consultant specialist to work in hospitals. NSF also appealed the doctors who are on strike to reconsider their demand for best interest of the people. Pradesh Congress Committee launched Bharat Jodo Yatra Assam from Golakganj in western Assam's Dhubri district on Tuesday. The Yatra during its 70-day tour will cover a distance of 830 kilometers from Dhubri to Sadia. The Padyatra was led by APCC President Bhupen Kumar Bora from 1 p.m. at Golakganj. AICC Assam in charge Jitendra Singh was also present during the launch of the program. While addressing the public, APCC President Bhupen Bora stated that Bharatiya Janata Party plays communal politics while Congress unites both Hindu and Muslim community. MP Gaurav Gogoi further stated that the Padyatra is symbol of unity and harmony. Meanwhile, several senior leaders of Congress party like Gaurav Gogoi, Rokibul Hussain, Devabrata Saikia was present during the launch of the Yatra.
যদি কোনোবাৰ ধনী হৈছে যদি কাৰোবাৰ ভাল দিন আহিছে হেয়া হৈছে আমাৰ অসমৰ মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী মহোদয় আৰু তেওঁলোকৰ কেবিনেট মন্ত্ৰী
Mizoram Football Foundation has tied up with Reliance Foundation to enhance and promote the grassroots level football in Mizoram on Monday. The corporate social responsibility arms of Reliance Industries Limited, Reliance Foundation stated that a football league of children named Naupang League will be introduced in the state to develop the young and promising talents from the state for both boys and girls. The league will provide the required exposure and developed ecosystem to the aspiring footballers. Furthermore, the MFA and district football associations will host the league in Lunglei and Kolasib, whereas the Reliance Foundation Young Champs will operate 2 leagues in Aizawl and Shamphai. Reliance Foundation chairperson Nita Ambani said that Mizoram is a state heavily invested in football and Reliance is committed to unlock the potential of grassroots football across India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi along with Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel on Tuesday visited the incident site in Morbi while search and rescue operation is underway in the Machu River. A century-old bridge which was reopened 5 days back after extensive repairs and renovation was crammed with people when it collapsed on Sunday. Over 141 people died in Gujarat tragedy and a decision was taken by Gujarat government to observe state mourning on November 2. Total 9 people were arrested in Gujarat bridge collapse case. Meanwhile, US President Joe Biden on Monday extended deepest condolences to the families of the people who lost their lives in the bridge collapse in Gujarat's Morbi. Biden opined that US and India are indispensable partners with deep bonds between citizens and added that US will continue to stand and support the Indian people in the difficult hours. The Supreme Court on Tuesday agreed to hear a PIL seeking direction to appoint a judicial commission under the supervision of the retired top court judge to initiate a probe on the Morbi bridge collapse incident on November 14. Chief Justice of India U. Lalit and Justice Bella M. Trivedi posted the matter for hearing on November 14 after the advocate who filed the petition mentioned it for urgent hearing. The plea filed by the lawyer sought directions to the state governments to form a committee to survey and conduct an assessment risk of old and risky monuments and bridges to ensure environmentally viability and safety. It also sought directions for permanent disaster probe teams in the states who would promptly attend to such tragedies. Political rivals Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot on Tuesday shared a stage at Mangar Dham Ki Gaurav Katha program at Mangar Hills in Rajasthan's Banswara. Paying tributes to tribals massacred by the British Army in 1913, in Margar in Rajasthan, Modi recalled his days working together with Ashok Gehlot as chief ministers. He further stated that Gehlot was the most senior among the CMs during those days and that he is still one of the most senior CMs among those who were sitting on the stage along with them. Meanwhile, Gehlot also lauded Modi for upholding India's dignity on the world stage, which is the current country of Gandhi. Notably, during the program, the Prime Minister also declared the Mangar Dham in the Banswara district of Rajasthan as a national monument.
लगातार हम देख रहे हैं एक के बाद एक जो देश इतिहास बना रहा है दुनिया के अंदर, उसके बारे में मुझे कहना नहीं, क्योंकि आज दुनिया की पहचान भी हमारे मुल्क का जो मान सम्मान है वो कहाँ से कहाँ पहुँच गया। कहाँ तो हम गुलामी की जंजीर में झगड़े हुए थे, जिसकी कहानी हम यहाँ बैठ के कर रहे हैं, और कहाँ पर आज देश कहाँ पहुँचा है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी जाते हैं दुनिया के मुल्कों में तो कितना सम्मान मिलता है इनको। क्यों मिलता है? क्योंकि नरेंद्र मोदी जी उस देश के प्रधानमंत्री हैं। नरेंद्र मोदी जी उस देश के प्रधानमंत्री हैं जो हमारे मुल्क में आए हैं, जो गांधी का देश है, जहां लोकतंत्र की जड़ें मजबूत है, गहरी है। 70 साल के बाद में वहां लोकतंत्र जिंदा रहा है। ये दुनिया को एहसास होता है तो उनको गर्व होता है कि उन देश का प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी हमारे मुल्क में आ रहे हैं। तो आप सोच सकते हो कि किस प्रकार से ये देश आगे बढ़ा है। और क्या बांसवाड़े की बात करें तो मामा बालेश्वर जी का नाम अभी ले रहे थे मोदी जी। इनको ज्ञान है कि मामा बालेश्वर का क्या योगदान था गोविंद गुरु के बाद में, किस प्रकार से उन्होंने लगातार जागृति का काम किया, लोगों को जगाने का काम किया। और मैं समझता हूँ नाथू भाई भगत, हीरा भाई मेंबर पार्लियामेंट थे, किसी ने कमी नहीं रखी। और सभा बना करके जो गोविंद गुरु ने प्रयास किए उनको जेल जाना पड़ा। और जिस प्रकार से लगातार हम देख रहे हैं एक के बाद
Former secretary in the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and a 1988 batch Indian Administrative Service Officer of Andhra Pradesh, Kedar, Giridhar Aramane has assumed the office of Defence Secretary on Tuesday. Aramane first laid a wreath at National Memorial and paid homage to the fallen heroes by saluting the brave hearts who sacrificed their lives for the nation before taking charge as the new Defence Secretary in New Delhi. During the visit to the National War Memorial, Aramane promised to work towards fulfilling the dreams of the brave hearts of making India a safe and prosperous country. Furthermore, Aramane has served the country in different roles, as Aramane was an additional secretary in the Cabinet Secretariat, followed by a short tenure as an executive director in charge of inspections in the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. Aramane has also served as a managing director of AP State Finance Corporation and secretary in his 32 years of experience as an IAS officer. On the occasion of Formation Day of 9 states, President Draupadi Murmu on Tuesday greeted the people of the states. President Murmu wished for progress and prosperity of the residents of Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Lakshadweep and Puducherry on their Formation Day. A massive fire broke out at a footwear manufacturing factory in Delhi's Narela area. 2 people have died and few others have been taken to hospital in the fire incident. The identity of the deceased are yet to be ascertained. Meanwhile, officials are suspecting a few persons to be trapped inside the smoke. Notably, the fire has been brought under control by a total of 10 fire tenders. However, 2 to 3 people are suspected to be trapped inside. The cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained and more details on the matter are awaited. The price of 19 kg commercial LPG cylinder has been slashed by Rs 115.50 on Monday. This is the first price fluctuation in the commercial LPG cylinder prices by all marketing companies since the prices were last raised in May. A 19 kg commercial LPG cylinder will now cost Rs 1829 rupees in Kohima. However, there is no change in the price of domestic LPG cylinder, which now cost 1070 rupees as per the price notification from state-owned fuel retailers. The Supreme Court will be hearing a batch of petitions filed by both Shiv Sena factions on November 29 in relation to Maharashtra's political crisis. A 5-judge constitution bench headed by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud asked lawyers to complete the compilation of the case and formulate the salient issues for consideration within 4 weeks. Earlier, the Apex Court had allowed the Election Commission of India to decide which faction between Uddhav Thackeray and Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde be recognized as the real Shiv Sena party and for allotment of the bow and arrow symbol. Sukesh Chandrasekhar's money laundering case took an interesting turn after the jailed conman wrote a letter to Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena alleging that he was forced to pay Rs 10 crore protection money to the Aam Aadmi Party Minister Satyendra Jain. In his letter to Saxena, Sukesh stated that he had known the AAP leader since 2015. He also alleged that he has been receiving threats and was under pressure from Minister Satyendra Jain and Delhi's Director General of Prison Sandeep Goel. Sukesh also sought a direction to the investigation agency to file a case on his complaint, and he is ready to give all evidence supporting his complaint against AAP leader Satyendra Jain. It is to be mentioned that conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar is currently lodged in Delhi's Tihar jail under the Prevention of Corruption Act and Money Laundering Act. Maharashtra government has decided to provide upgrade security covers to actors Salman Khan, Akshay Kumar and Anupam Kher. Salman Khan will be given Y+ security cover by the government after the actors face threats from Lawrence Bishnoi gang, while Akshay Kumar and actor Anupam Kher will be given X category security cover by Maharashtra government. Investigations in Mumbai, Punjab and Delhi have uncovered in the last few months that gangsters Lawrence Bishnoi and Goldie Brar have planned to kill Salman Khan in Mumbai. Meanwhile, Anupam Kher received threats following the release of his film The Kashmiri Files, while Akshay was granted security based on social media threats over his nationality. South Korean actor, singer Lee Ji-han died in the horrific Halloween stampede that occurred in Seoul's Itaewon district. His death was confirmed by 935 Entertainment, the agency that handles Ji-han's work. Notably, Lee Ji-han made his television debut, which today was another Namhyun Day, while he was also the former contestant in the Korean singing competition Produce 101. It may be mentioned that Lee, along with several others, lost their lives in the stampede that happened in a narrow downhill alley in Seoul on Saturday while celebrating Halloween. That is all for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television.